How would you react if your boyfriend of 5 years brushed off cheating accusations by saying it wasn't that serious? I was at work when I got a text from my boyfriend's roommate asking if there was anything he should bring to a party that night. He said he'd tried asking Hannah, but she hadn't replied. I stared at my phone, confused. Hannah was my boyfriend's childhood friend, someone he'd known long before me. Her and Leo had always been close, and even though it made me uncomfortable, I forced myself to accept it. Hannah never liked me much anyway, so it didn't shock me that she'd planned something without inviting me. I replied honestly, telling him I had no idea because I wasn't invited. The typing bubble sat there for a long time before he finally answered. He said he didn't want to stir up drama, but asked if I knew the party was actually a surprise birthday for Leo. My confusion instantly turned into anger. Leo and Hannah told each other everything, which I'd always found strange but ignored so I wouldn't look insecure. Surely Leo told her I already had plans for us that night, not just any plans either. I had booked a neon mini golf experience I knew he'd love, paid a deposit, and couldn't cancel last minute. And honestly, why should I? I was his girlfriend of 5 years. Why was I completely cut out? I had to shut my eyes at my desk and take a deep breath to keep from snapping. Leo had reassured me countless times that he didn't have feelings for Hannah. We grew up in a small town, he'd said. Of course they stayed close. I tried to convince myself this wasn't his fault since it was supposed to be a surprise. Maybe Hannah and I just needed to talk after. Then my phone buzzed again, this time from Leo. He said he couldn't see me that night because he'd come down with the flu and didn't want to get me sick. He ended it with an, "I love you." The lie was obvious. If Leo were sick, his roommate would have mentioned it. My hands started shaking, and that's when something inside me snapped. If they were going behind my back, I was done being polite. I messaged the roommate again, and learned the party was at Hannah's apartment. Later that evening, as I pulled into her building's parking lot, I saw Leo sitting in his car. He looked tense, arguing with someone on the phone. When I tapped on his window, he jumped and quickly hung up. The moment he rolled it down, I asked when he planned on telling me about the party. He looked confused and asked what party, and that was it for me. I accused him of lying and playing dumb, telling him he could at least admit he wanted to be with Hannah. He raised his hands and said, calm and dismissive, that it wasn't that deep. I didn't respond. I tossed the soda I'd bought onto the pavement and headed straight toward Hannah's apartment. I was done wasting my life on someone who let another woman treat me like I didn't exist. It was time to confront her. I found her on the balcony, dressed like she was waiting for someone. Guests parted as I walked past, clearly reading the rage on my face. I stepped outside and shut the door behind me. I told her we needed to talk. She spun around, shocked, and asked why I was there. I asked if she'd been expecting Leo since it was clear they were pushing me out. She looked confused for a moment before asking if I really didn't know. My patience was gone, but I asked anyway. Know what? She smiled and said she and Leo had been together since before I ever met him. I was ready to lose it when Leo burst onto the balcony, shouting that she was lying. Seeing Hannah's face go pale made me hesitate. Leo grabbed my hand and claimed she'd blackmailed him, saying she had old photos of them kissing while he was drunk, and threatened to send them to me if he didn't show up. He swore he didn't love her, and begged me to believe him. Hannah looked furious, like she wanted me gone for good. I stood there silently, looking at both of them, before pulling my hand away. I told them I was done. Whatever the truth was, I wasn't sticking around to find it. Those two were chaos waiting to happen, and I was finally choosing myself.